Hello everyone, welcome again in your science class. So our next topic of this chapter is increasing and reducing friction, right? So if we want to increase the friction, then friction can be increased by making a surface rough, right? And if we want to decrease the friction, then we can decrease the friction by using the lubricants, right? You know that kabaddi players, right? Kabaddi players rub their hands with soil. Why do they do that? They do that for the better gripping of their opponents. Soil increase the force of friction. Similarly, the soles of your shoes, you can see that the soles of your shoes are grooved for better gripping on the floor. Like this, the tires of trucks, cars are traded for better gripping with ground, right? This is all done to increase the friction, right? So that they all have a better gripping with the road or ground, right? But in some situations we want to minimize. For example, when we play a carom, then we sprinkle powder on our carom, right? We sprinkle that to minimize, to reduce the force of friction so that our stickers can move more smoothly. Similarly, we pour oil on the hinges of door, right? So that the doors also moves smoothly. The oil also helps to reduce the force of friction, right? And our door moves more smoothly, right? And the substances which reduce the friction are called lubricants, right? The substances which help to reduce the force of friction, we can say that substances as lubricants. For example, in carom we sprinkle powder. So here the powder act as a lubricant, right? In the hangings of the door we pour oil. So here oil is the lubricant. Next topic is rolling friction, right? So when one body rolls over the surface of another body, the resistance to its motion is known as rolling friction, right? So rolling also reduces the friction. For example, you seen that attaches or luggages, right, are fitted with rollers, and if rollers are fitted with the luggages, then even a child can pull such luggages easily. This is because the wheels helps to reduce the friction, right? And one important thing is that rolling friction is smaller than the sliding friction. We know that what is sliding friction and what is static friction, and sliding friction is less than that of the static friction, right? So in most of the machines, sliding friction is replaced by the rolling friction by the use of ball bearings, right? Now our last topic from this chapter is fluid friction. So in science the common name of gases and liquids is fluids, right? So gases and liquids also exert some friction. So the friction exerted by the fluids is known as fluid friction. And to reduce the fluid friction, objects are given special shapes, right? To reduce fluid friction, special shapes are given to the objects. Clear? For example, birds and fishes. You know that birds have to move through air all the time, right? Means birds have to move through a fluid, right? And fishes also have to move through water, means fishes have also moved through a fluid, that is water, all the time. And air and water cause some friction to them, but they easily move through the air and fishes easily move through the water. This is because their bodies have evolved to special shapes which would make them lose less energy in overcoming that friction. Similarly, the shapes of aeroplanes, right? So shapes of aeroplanes are such that they can easily move through the air because their shapes can also help to reduce the fluid friction, right? And these frictional force exerted by fluids is also called as drag. The frictional force that is caused due to the fluid, we call that frictional force as drag also, right? So this is all about your chapter number 12, that is friction. Thanks, have a great day.